Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel, Joe Knows Adventure. First thing of business, oh my goodness, everybody, thank you so much for subscribing. My channel is going ballistic, and I think it's because of my full ship tour of the Norwegian getaway. So all of you that are here because you love my videos on cruising, please stay with me. I will be going on another cruise in September, another cruise in October, another cruise in January. So I have some cruises in 2026, all exciting, but I have a little lapse of time, like I've explained before. I have a graduation coming up in May. My granddaughter graduates from her high school, and so I did not take a cruise schedule for May. And it was very important for me to be able to spend some time with her and all the festivities of a graduation of a senior, right? So I know you'll understand that. But in the meantime, what I've decided to do is, in between other adventures, I'm going to feature for tourists, or if you're coming to visit New Orleans with family or simply just visiting New Orleans, there's so many things to do here. And so today I am featuring one of my first vlogs for spring season in New Orleans. And that first vlog, I'm taking you to the Titanic, an immersive experience. This was an amazing adventure. I know it would be highly recommended by many, and you can go below in my comments to see ticket prices and all that sort of thing, but and where it is. But I think you'll enjoy this. I tried to get it as much of it as possible without making this video 30 minutes long. As promised, I'm trying to make these clips for the spring and for summer. Before we get started even on that, I want to humbly ask everybody to continue giving me those thumbs up, continue subscribing if you haven't already, and also comment. All those watching the video through the end, commenting, liking by hitting that thumbs up, and subscribing helps the algorithm. And it just pushes my videos out there for the pleasure of the viewing audience. So without further ado, everybody, let's get started with the Titanic and an immersive experience. I'll see you at the end of this video. Stay tuned. Hey, so now I'm downtown New Orleans, and I'm going to take you with me to a really neat experience, which is called Titanic, an immersive experience. And I have gone to see Titanic twice, one in Cove, Ireland, where it was one of the last ports there that before the Titanic left. And so they have a big thing there with artifacts and all that. And then I also went to another one that was in Buena Park, California, quite a few years ago. Also as an experience, you got to see a lot of different things. So I wanted to see how different this was. It looked like they have some virtual reality. It looks like you're gonna, see some artifacts and that. So I thought this would be something interesting to take you along for today, for the first one of my spring series in New Orleans. So just something for if you're coming to visit New Orleans. I want to feature a lot of different things: bars, places to eat, places to go, interesting things like that. So let's start it out with this one, and be sure to like and subscribe, and then have any questions, or if you have any suggestions of things you want to see in New Orleans, I would take that too. Comment below. So anyway, let's go. Of course, I picked a windy day to take you along, but this is an easy place to take. You can take an Uber or a cab if you're staying in a hotel, or if you've rented a car or you have your own transportation. There's several places along New Orleans that have parking available. So like, for instance, this is parking. Very easy, do it online. I put it in for 3 hours with 16 bucks. So I like that. Join me now for a once-in-a-lifetime expedition to experience Titanic, the most luxurious ship to ever set sail, featuring numerous artifacts, dramatic room recreations, never-before-seen 3D views, video animations, and of course cutting-edge technology. Titanic, an immersive voyage, tells the story of the RMS Titanic like never before. You can book your tickets and the time you want to arrive online. I'll put that information down below. Here's the Titanic immersive experience. Let's go inside. So they give us a little thing as you go around, and you look for the number that corresponds, and you can listen to this. Lots of little photo opportunities, different movies that were shown for the Titanic. One of the most recent and famous ones, of course, was with Jack. Also in this area are several items that are from the movie Titanic that starred Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. And of course we've got the famous necklace that everybody was after. This is a replica. And also one of the teacups that they used in the movie. On April 10th, 1912, at 12 o'clock noon, this message went across: "This is Titanic. We are departing Southampton with 1,700 souls aboard under the command of Captain Smith. Next stop, Cherbourg." 281 passengers boarded at Cherbourg over the 90-minute mooring, while 24 passengers disembarked and rode the tenders back to shore after enjoying the cross-channel passage on the world's most celebrated ocean liner. Titanic then sailed through the night to her final port of call in Queenstown, Ireland, where she took on 123 passengers. 7 passengers and several bags of Royal Mail disembarked. Titanic then set sail out onto the open Atlantic with 2,240 souls on board. Greetings from Titanic, old boy. It's a floating palace, the finest ship in the world. Much love, D. And it truly had everything, the finest dining facilities, even for the first class passengers and the second and third class passengers.
glaciers that slowly make their way towards the coast, where they crack and plunge into the sea as enormous icebergs. They are carried north by the currents, far away from shipping lanes, until they are diverted into the Labrador Current and begin to travel south along Iceberg Alley. Many run aground, and most break up. In 1909, more icebergs than usual were formed, crowding the Labrador Sea. This was the same year Titanic began construction, and the same year her iceberg was born. The iceberg was massive, over 2 miles wide and weighing billions of pounds. Most icebergs melt within the first year, and many others run aground. But the close proximity of the moon in January 1912 increased the tides. This may have helped keep this iceberg from stalling along the rocky coast. Less than 1% of all icebergs make it to the ocean. In April 1912, however, the Gulf Stream ventured further south, allowing the icebergs to drift further south and into the North Atlantic Ocean, right into the heart of the busiest shipping lane in the world, putting the most famous iceberg in history on a fateful path towards the most glorious ship ever built.
A shakeup in the Titanic's crew occurred very close to sailing day. This reshuffle, however, meant that several officers had to drop a rank in their duties, with the exception of Second Officer David Blair. Blair's immense experience did not warrant demoting him to the rank of third officer, so instead Blair was removed from the voyage altogether. As Blair departed the ship, he mistakenly took with him a locker key belonging to the Titanic. That key secured the lookout's binoculars that were often used when scanning the sea for obstacles. Titanic was equipped with enough lifeboats to carry 1,178 people, but the ship carried 3,320 passengers and crew when it was full. On Sunday, April 14, 1912, Titanic's crew was scheduled to muster in the morning and undergo lifeboat drills with the passengers. Captain Smith, however, canceled those drills. It is thought that he preferred to attend the church service on his last crossing before retirement rather than conduct the drills. The lookouts were at even greater disadvantage because they did not have the use of the ship's binoculars. The binoculars were secured in a locker whose key had been inadvertently taken by Officer David Blair when he left the ship. It was a freezing cold night. A biting wind pressed hard against the lookouts' faces as they strained their eyes for signs of danger. Of the approximate 2,200 passengers and crew aboard the Titanic, around 1,500 perished, while about 706 survived the sinking. Carpathia to the rescue. Although his vessel was bound for a Mediterranean cruise, Captain Roston immediately changed course for Titanic's position, which was almost 60 miles away on the other side of a dense ice field. The captain redirected all steam to the engines and prepared his ship to recover wounded and sick passengers. Sailing through the night at top speed while dodging ice, Carpathia arrived 2 hours after Titanic took her final plunge. When he was asked later how he managed to navigate under such difficult conditions, Roston, a deeply religious man, replied, "Some other hand than mine was on the helm that night." Oh, guys, there was so much that I could not show you on this immersive experience. Highly, highly recommend if you're coming to New Orleans, or even if you live here, to go see this. It was amazing. They have such good technology now for a lot of this. they actually did a virtual reality, which I was kind of scared to do, but after you pay for your tickets, you have an opportunity to make that choice to do that. It costs $10. And guys, I've never done virtual reality, and I was kind of scared, like I said, but it was truly an experience. Can't even explain it. Just really nice, helpful people throughout, from the ticketing to taking a picture of you to the end in the gift shop. All of it was well done. Very, very good. Highly recommend. All right, so that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give that thumbs up if you like this video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a comment. I wouldn't mind having a comment of if you want to see something that I can present to you in New Orleans. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below and I'll answer as many as I possibly can. And again, I appreciate each and every one of you for sticking around and waiting for my next cruise. All right, so until my next video next week, I hope everybody's having a fine day today, whatever you're doing, and you're being safe. And until then, love you all. Bye-bye.